you all English poetry. I welcome you all students to online class, Saket online classes. Before starting the lesson, children, all of you, I request you all to like, share and subscribe this channel if you all like it. Please don't forget to subscribe, like and share. Now I shall start the lesson. Today's lesson is Poetry, The Lake Isle of Innisfree by W.B. Yeats. By W.B. Yeats. First I shall tell you all about the life and work of the poet. The life and work of the poet. Yeats was born in Dublin in 1865. His date birth was in Dublin in 1865. His lifespan is divided equally between 19th and 20th century. And he was born of a Protestant family. His parents were Christian Protestant family. His father, John Butler, was a painter. He was a painter, and W.B. Yeats received his early education. He received his early education in London, but later he shifted to Dublin. There he studied 3 years art subject. He was elected to the Senate of the Irish Free State in 1922. He was given the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1923. He was married in 1917. His famous books are The Wind Among the Reeds in 1899. He has written the book The Wind Among the Reeds. Second book, In the Seven Woods, 1903. The Green Helmet in 1910. Responsibilities in 1914. A Vision, 1925. Last Poems, 1939. Responsibilities in 1914. These are his important books which he had written. And about the poet. He is one of the major poets of the 20th century. He is a poet, modern age poet of the 20th century. His work is divided into 4 volumes. इनके कार्य जो हैं वो 4 volumes में divided हैं. And the Lake Isle of Innisfree belongs to the 20th century. His poetry is dreamy, full of music and longing. His poetries, they are of dreamy imagination, desires, and of full of music. He is considered to be the poet of beauty and nature. Like other poets of beauty, like William Wordsworth, Coleridge, Keats, Shelley, W.B. Yeats, he is also considered to be the poet of beauty, a poet of nature. Whichever poems he wrote under the background of nature. He loved beauty, and this poem, The Lake Isle of Innisfree, it is full of beauty, and he presented a beautiful picture in this poetry of nature. Why did he like this poem? Why did he write this poem? This poem was written in London. Once he had gone to London to seek his fortune. When he grew up, he went to London there to seek his fortune. But he did not like the crowded and noisy city of London. He was very much fed up of that noise, the crowd. He felt homesick, and he thought he would soon go back to his place, Innisfree, and there he would enjoy the beautiful lake, the islands, and everything peacefully. So when he was once moving on the road and stood on the pathway, he saw in front of him a shop which had some showpieces kept inside. There was a showpiece that was of fountain. The water from the fountain, it was flowing in motion. Seeing that scene, his heart was completely moved towards his Innisfree. He thought at once, now I will arise and immediately go back to Innisfree. I will go back to Innisfree. I will no longer live in London. This crowded and noisy city has made me completely sick, and I would again return at once to my Innisfree. So this was the main idea behind writing this poem, Ennis, the Lake Islay of Innisfree. The Lake Islay of Innisfree. This poem expresses his deep desire for the lovely island of Innisfree. He had a great desire for the island of Innisfree. Islay means island, which was in Innisfree. So he had a great desire in his heart to go back to Innisfree and enjoy there a peaceful life. He loved peaceful life from his childhood. But when he went to seek his fortune, he had to go when he had gone young. When he grew up, he had to go to search his fortune. But when he reached London, he was fed up by the noisy and the crowded city of London. Now, children, I shall read the first stanza of the poem and then I shall explain to you all. The first stanza of the poem is, I will rise and go now. I will rise and go now. Go to Innisfree, a small cabin built there. I will rise and go. From where he is going to rise? He is going to rise from this city of London. He is going to go away from this city of London back to Innisfree. So he tells, I will arise and go now, go to Innisfree, and a small cabin built there of clay and wattle wax. I will make a small cabin of clay and wattle made. 9 bean rows will I have there. 9 bean rows I will grow there, a hive for the honey bee, and live alone in the bee loud glade. And live alone in the bee loud glade. The explanation of this stanza is that the poet, after being fed up of the crowdy and loud, noisy city of London, and when he sees the showpiece of the fountain, his complete heart is moved towards Innisfree. He immediately thinks he would rise and go back to Innisfree. He would go back to his Innisfree. And then he desires what? How will he live there? How he will live peacefully there? He will make a small cabin. Cabin means a cottage, a small hut he will make of clay. Clay means gili mitti, chikni mitti, that is called clay. So he will make of a mud and sticks. And some sticks he will make a small hut, a small cottage he will make there of his choice. 9 bean rows will I grow there. Then he desires that I shall grow 9 rows of beans. Beans means सेम की जो फलियां होती हैं, तो ही विल ग्रो देयर 9 रोज. 9 रोज में 9 पंक्तियां, वो 9 पंक्तियां सेम की वहां उगाएगा. In front of his cabin, in front of his cottage, he shall grow 9 rows of beans. And he says that he will have a hive also. There will be a tree on which he will grow a hive. वहाँ पर मधुमक्खी का छत्ता रहेगा. In which the bees will be all the time humming there. वहाँ पर छत्ता लगाएगा और मधुमक्खियाँ उसके चारों तरफ घूमती रहेंगी. A hive for the honey bee. मधुमक्खियों के लिए वो एक hive भी लगाएगा. And live alone in the bee loud glade. Now the poet is saying that he will live there all alone in the company of those humming bees, in the company of the honey bees. So the poet, he says, I will get up immediately and go back to Innisfree. His desire is to go back immediately to Innisfree, where he will grow, he will make a small cabin, a small hut of clay and sticks, A beautiful small cabin he will make, and 9 rows of beans he will grow there. वो 9 पंक्तियां सेम की वहाँ उगाएगा. And a hive for the honey bee. हनी बी में जो मधुमक्खियाँ होती हैं जो हनी उत्पन्न करती हैं, तो उनके लिए वो हाइव भी बनाएगा. एंड ही विल लिव देयर अलोन इन द कंपनी ऑफ दिस हमिंग बीज. इन मधुमक्खियों के बीच में वो अपना पूरा जीवन शांतिपूर्वक बिताएगा. ही विल स्पेंड हिज होल लाइफ पीसफुली इन द कंपनी ऑफ दिस बीज. So he is very much fed up of the life of London, the noisy and the crowded city. He is completely bored up because from his childhood he loved a peaceful life. He loved a peaceful life. Now the second stanza is, and I shall have some peace there. All the time he is in the desire of peace. उनकी इच्छा क्या है? हर समय शांति के लिए. शांति जो हमेशा उनके मन में है कि मैं शांति पूर्वक रहूं. He does not like noisy atmosphere. And I shall have some peace there. For peace comes drooping slow. For peace comes drooping slow, drooping from the veils of morning to where the cricket sings. He says, I shall have some peace there. For peace comes drooping slow, drooping from the wheels of the morning to where the cricket sings. There midnight all a glimmer, and night a purple glow. The midnight all a glimmer, and a noon a purple glow. An evening full of linen's wings. An evening full of linen's wings. In this stanza, the poet, he is saying how he will spend his peaceful days, the complete day, how he is going to spend peacefully. He tells that he shall have peace all the time. He shall have peace all the time. In the morning time, he wants to enjoy the sight of the mist. सुबह के समय कोहरा छाया रहता है, थोड़ा धुंधला दिखाई देता है. उसके बाद जब सूरज निकलता है तो फिर there will be a brightness. So he says that he would enjoy the sight of the mist in the morning. The sight of the mist in the morning he would enjoy. He desires to enjoy that sight of the mist. He will also hear the songs of the cricket singing. The cricket, they often sing early in the morning. वे अक्सर जो है सुबह के समय गीत गाते सुनाई पड़ते हैं. तो the poet, he will also hear the songs of the cricket singing and enjoy with them. The poet, he thinks he will enjoy the sight of the midnight. In the midnight also, it is full of glimmer. So he wishes to enjoy the sight of the midnight. Midnight means आधी रात के समय जो है बिल्कुल शांत रहता है और अंधेरा छाया रहता है. तो उस शांति को भी वो enjoy करना चाहता है. Then he says about afternoon. Afternoon time, the sun glows brightly and the purple glow, it looks very beautiful at the noon time. So he wants to enjoy the purple glow of the light in the noon time. In the noon time, he wants to enjoy the sight of the noon with the purple glow. Purple glow. And in the evening, when the evening comes, the sun has about to be set. At that time, the linens, it is a small type of birds, they begin to sing when the evening comes. They flapper their wings and then they sing beautifully. So the poet, he says that in the evening time, he will be delightful to sing, to listen to the songs of the linens. The songs of the linens, he would be delightful to listen them. से बहुत खुशी उत्पन्न होगी जब वह लिनन के सुंदर गीत, मधुर गीतों को सुनेगा. तो इस तरह से उनका पूरा जीवन जो है सुबह से लेके शाम तक प्रतिदिन इस तरह से बीतता जाएगा शांतिपूर्वक से. The poet, he wants to enjoy the whole day. In the morning time, he wishes to enjoy the sight of the mist and hearing the songs of the cricket. In afternoon, the bright purple light glow he would enjoy, and in the midnight he would also enjoy the glimmer of the night. Evening time, he would be delightful to listen to the songs of the linens. Now, the third stanza. The third stanza is, I will arise and go now. Again he tells, his desire is that he will immediately go from London. He is in London and he does not like that life, that crowdy and noisy life. He does not like. He is homesick. He again tells, I will arise. मैं तुरंत उठूंगा और मैं यहाँ से चला जाऊंगा. Where will he go? He will go to Innisfree, where he would enjoy a peaceful life. For always night and day, I hear lake water lapping with low sounds by the shore. He says, always night and day, I hear lake water lapping with low sounds by the shore, while I stand on the roadway or on the pavement's grey. While I stand on the roadway or on the pavement's grey, I hear it in the deep heart core. Here again, in the third stanza also, he expresses a desire to go back to Innisfree. He wants to go because he says, day and night, all the time, he has a desire to live a peaceful life in the middle of the Innisfree lake. The poet shows his desire to go back to this island of Innisfree. He hears the calls of the island. When he is sitting, he hears the sound of the islands calling him. All the time the water flowing from the lake is gushing out. He hears that they are calling him day and night. The sound of the water of the river appears that they are calling him. He hears the call of the island day and night. हर समय उसे केवल उस आइलैंड की आवाज़ सुनाई पड़ती है, जैसे कि वो उसे बुला रहा है. जब पानी उसमें बहता है तो उसको प्रतीत होता है उसे उसके मन में जैसे वो उसे बुला रहा है. दिन रात उसे बुलाने की आवाज़ जो है उसके कानों में गूंजती रहती है. Hears in his imagination the sound of the rivers. वो इमेजिन करता है, वो कल्पना करता है कि the sound of the river of the island washing the shore, जो पानी जो है एक तरफ से बहते हुए दूसरी तरफ जाता है, तो वो भी उसे बार बार आवाज़ दे रहा है कि वापस आ जाओ. The wonderful island haunts him even while he is standing on the roadway. ये आइलैंड जो है हर समय हॉन्ट करता रहता है. हर समय जब चाहे वो सड़क के किनारे खड़ा हो और ऑन ए पेवमेंट, चाहे वो घर के अंदर बैठा है और ही इज ऑन द रोड और ऑन द पेवमेंट, all the time it appears the sound of the shore and the waves haunt in his mind. The call of the island is irresistible. वो कभी बंद नहीं होता. जो आवाज़ आती है आइलैंड की, उसकी आवाज़ जो है हर समय यही उसको सुनाई पड़ता है, जैसे कि उसको बुला रहा है. Now the poet is determined to answer it. Now he says, I will not wait. All the time the island it keeps on calling me. So I will answer. I will answer that I am very soon coming to you. For his heart is filled with the powerful and instant long for Innisfree. इनका हृदय जो है पूर्ण रूप से चाह रहा है कि वो फिर से वापस Innisfree चले जाएंगे और वहाँ he will lead a peaceful life. He would lead a peaceful life. So the first stanza, the second and the third, in all the three stanzas, he had only a desire to go back to Innisfree and live there a happy life all along. In the first stanza, he says he would live in the company of the honeybees. In the second, he says he will enjoy his full day watching the mist of the early morning, then the midnight glimmer, and the afternoon purple glow. Seeing all this, he would pass his time lonely there. He would listen to the linens singing in the evening time. So, all the time, he will be busy hearing something, seeing some things of the beauty of the nature. In the last stanza also, he expresses his desire that the lake water lapping and flashing, it appears in his mind that they are calling him. They are calling him whether he is on the road or on the pavement, everywhere, the sound of the water appears, haunting him all the time, calling him to come back to Innisfree and lead there a peaceful life. So, this is the explanation of the poem, children. Now I shall tell you few questions important. First important question is, discuss the life and work of W.B. Yeats. Life and work of W.B. Yeats. I've already mentioned in the beginning. You have to tell about his date of birth, when he was born, where he was born, his parents' name, and what books he had written, which Nobel Prize, when he got. These all things you have to mention in this. Then his important books written by him, the important books which he had written, how many volumes did he write, this also is important. Why he is considered to be the poet of nature? Why is he considered to be the poet of nature? So children, don't forget to subscribe or share or like this channel. Thank you children. I once again request you all to subscribe it, like it and share it. Thank you.
चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें और बेल आइकन को प्रेस करें ताकि आपको मिले सभी नोटिफिकेशंस।